Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So you guys remember last week I made a post which was this. I shared this on Twitter as well as on LinkedIn asking for your resumes and if you wanted to get it reviewed. I found some time over this weekend and I have come up with these 9 points, uh, basically 9 points for now, on which we'll judge each of these resumes. Again, I'm not the perfect person always to judge, but again, having taken some interviews and with the intention of helping you guys out wherever I feel there's some kind of lacking in your resumes, I'll be more than happy to help. So without wasting any further time, let's get started. Let me just put on some music. Yep, this is good. And we will, let me just, okay, so let me just open the resume one by one. Okay, so this first one is from Dinesh. I'll put this on the screen. Okay, yeah, so I have it here. So I'll go to individual. I will click on this and this opens the resume here. Okay, let's see. PDF always good. Okay. So right off the bat, I see that there's a lot of text content. Let me just make this a little bit bigger and let's zoom in a little bit. Yeah, okay. So let's see. So right on top we have we have name, email, phone number, LinkedIn, GitHub. Let's see if these links work properly or not. Yep, they do. Okay. And then we have programming languages, Python, SQL, JavaScript, Bash. Okay, let me just see. So there is data scientist and data engineer. All right. So for a data scientist, we have, of course, Python, SQL, JavaScript, Bash, C++. Again, React Node, good to know. Not also Java is there. So right now, I mean, in the current scene in the market, I would say that if someone is looking directly for a data scientist or data engineer, I guess learning Java or any general purpose programming language is very, very important and it's good. But again, Java is put at the end, so that gives me an idea that the knowledge of Java is not that much. Frameworks, yeah, a lot of standard frameworks, machine learning frameworks. We have Flask, PySpark, Spark, MLE, PyTorch, TensorFlow. Okay, interesting. Both Keras. Okay. Then we have database, Azure, Server, SQL, MySQL, Postgres, Oracle, MongoDB, DynamoDB, Neo4j. Okay, so that tells me an idea that you have worked across a lot of database. Okay, tools, again, Apache, NiFi, Power BI, Tableau, Azure, AWS infrastructure as code, AWS Glue, ETL. Okay, got it. And then, okay, so this is good. Good. What about the education? Education is below. So we have Indiana University, Bloomington, GPA 3.9, very good. Elements of AI, Master of Science in Data Science. I mean, could be abbreviated to MS in Data Science, but yeah, it doesn't hurt. BIT, yeah, GPA converted to 4 scale, fine. And then we have some. Let's go on the top. Okay, so, and then we have a lot of work experience. So okay, and as soon as I opened this resume, I saw a lot of text. So again, in terms of getting this shortlisted by extracting the keywords, this would work well. But let's go on to work experience to see if it fits into the data engineer or data scientist domain. So research and cutting edge using PyTorch, implementation, benchmarking, data augmentation, label denoising. Uh, Again, so this is good, but it doesn't tell like what was the project, what was the implementation about, what was the accuracy achieved, was it improving something that was already existing, if yes, what was the improvement, and so on. So writing points, in a way, that tells you to that we did something, like for example here, and a 40% cost reduction by transitioning from on-premise servers to cloud-based data lake. So that is something that is important. So here as well, I would like to, I mean, yeah, data augmentation, benchmarking of that, label denoising, imputation. I have to further go again and ask to understand what this was like. Right, just at looking at the resume, it's not clear to me. And then designed and developed network data source, and again cutting edge deep learning technologies using. So PyTorch and TensorFlow are just used for implementing, like they're just frameworks, right, to write your define your layers and so on. So Again, not getting the entire idea of what's being done. Instead, I would say thing like a, a line on what is being done, a line on the results achieved so far, and then a line on what frameworks or tools were used to achieve that particular task. Then an SD intern at Amazon. Okay, designed and developed NDSC cannery technologies used. Yeah, here it's much better. So again, but that line about what was the improvement or what was being achieved, make up some numbers, percentage always makes it look better. But again, good one here as technologies are mentioned separately. Elements of UI facilitated, collaborated with professors. Yeah, this is good enough. Data team, a lot of points. So sometimes, so clients such as Star Health, okay, what you can do is you can just write a small header here and then a colon and then define what was the thing here. I mean, it's good. I can go through all these 5 points one by one, but I don't get the summary, like a quick summary of what this point is trying to do. So if I have a point here like TDT or something related to what this paragraph is trying to define, that would help, of course. The same thing here as well. So data engineer, analyst. So this doesn't tell me the progression. Maybe a better way would be to design is that if you're in the same company, you could keep sub bullet points as you're in the same company, or like how LinkedIn presents it. So good. Again, all these three are from the data team only, and a lot of text. What I really want is a little bit of condensed information here that can help me to understand things very quickly. So maybe Dinesh, you can take a look on that and work on it. And then we have education. Yeah, we already looked at that. This is good. I would say maybe we can just. It's okay. I'm not sure. This is my bias, but I would say education and then work experience, or education, yeah, work experience, technical skills, and then everything. But this is also fine. I mean, as long this helps in getting the resume shortlisted, maybe through resume parsers and so on. So it's good. Not a big deal there. Then we have top elements of AI and applied course taken. Okay. Hidden Markov models. Machine. Okay, this is good. Actively involved. Okay. Okay. Then we have coding competent employee. See, so here you are having these 3 points with the bullet points. Same thing I want to have it here as well. But in the last one, employee of the quarter, why is this not bold? Why is this not bold? So please take a look at that. And then let's come back and take a look at here and try to rate this. So clear structure. Yes, we have a clear structure. Relevance to the data engineer and data scientist role. There's a lot of relevance. Everything mentioned here revolves around data analyst, data scientist, data engineering role. Quantifiable achievements, of course. Again, quantifiable. So here we have 35 here. So again, not everything is essentially quantifiable. Maybe you can try and make things quantifiable a bit more. I see some numbers here and there, but try to cover the gaps wherever you have. Keywords, of course, a lot of these things are like, data science related. Maybe, I mean, yeah, this pretty much covers everything. Uh, and then education is there, open source and contributions. Okay, yeah, if you have a GitHub repo or something, I mean, GitHub link is there, but if you have like some kind of projects that you did in your college or something, maybe you can add a section for that. That will also help. Formatting is good enough, no problem. I mean, just as I suggested, right? You can have bullet points here as bold and then give in detail, and then contact information on point. No big deal here. So good. So I hope Dinesh that helps. We'll move on to the next resume, which we have here. Okay, so this we have from Nazeer. Let's take a look at this one. Okay. Okay, yeah. So this one, when I compare it to previous resume from Dinesh, this one looks a lot more cleaner. Doesn't look that much textful and everything. So yeah, good work on that. And then again, so education on top, then skills, then patent, then experiences. So somewhat, I also favor this kind of a design. Looks good to me. And yeah, GPA, when is it started, when is it ending, and so on. Then language experience, system and network, large scale. So very neatly tells me in bullet points. Okay, if I want to take a look at coursework, okay, I can just look here. Software development tools, okay, here. Large scale processing tools here. So good work then. Good work, Nazir. And then, patents and publications. So connection tracking records for a very large scale NAT engine, advanced algorithm for topic prediction and recommendation. Okay, so good. And then we have Nokia Auto. Okay, so then we have experiences and then we have projects. Okay, let's see. So this is for what kind of a profile? Systems focused backend roles. Okay, let's see. Systems focused means we want to go into low level languages like Go, C, C++, right? And so here, okay, this is an ML project, full stack application, but again on a very not on systems level. This is close. Yeah, this is a systems level project. Fault key value store again. Yeah, this is good system level and build a replicated state machine in several key values that uses Raft consensus. Okay, so distributed, yeah, consensus protocol to maintain sharded replication. So this is good. And then big data. So I mean, just from looking at the projects, quickly tells me that this is more of a. Okay, there was one project that was in C++ and one or two, one packet capture tool, but still not getting the entire feel of a backend systems level engineer. This one, if you worked on it, like contributed a lot to it, then definitely, I mean, this gives a huge plus. And let's see in the experiences if this is mentioned anywhere or not. August 22, yeah. Okay, so we have multiple to enhance functionality. Okay, infrastructure VMware. Let's see. So we have envisioned and performance engineer distributed object sync infrastructure. Again, make this bold, right? Or just for key value pairs. So this is what I'm assuming. This key value store and this Redis in terms of sync per second. I'm assuming that these two things are the same. So, maybe you can just, if this was an internal name, or you can just write a distributed, created a distributed key value store, implemented the Raft consensus protocol, and so on. So, L4 multi-core packet processing on BSD kernel, routing and that. So again, this gives a huge boost to the system's focus and all. Good. And then Stony Brook graduate research, ML workloads and GPU specifically made for edge computing. Developed various Python jobs and measured their energy under various device settings. Okay, and what was the goal? What was the task? Why was this done? What were the results? Maybe adding them will help it to quantify a bit further, like if the goals were met or not. Researching LLMs to generate smart contracts from natural language. Okay. Developing a GPU trading plan leveraging Kubernetes within Docker deployment and a unique scheduling technique. Okay. Good one. Of obviously raises my eyebrows to ask like what this is so good. I mean, whenever I read a line in the resume, something like this, I would obviously in my interview would ask the candidate, okay, can you tell me in deeper what did you do here and so on. So good. Overall, pretty good resume. What are the contact details? Email is there. LinkedIn is there. Again, instead of okay, this is also fine. Shaik Nazeer 123 and these links are already there. Maybe if you want, you can just beautify it to LinkedIn and GitHub. That's it. Or make their logos and so on. Overall, very good. The name is also there and everything is there. Don't see anything missing. One so yeah, one thing maybe Nazir, what you can work on is maybe adding a section of achievements or something like that. We just quickly mention some more things like while working, when you got some good recognition or something like that. That might add more value. But overall, if you want to keep it one page, pretty much yeah, that's done. You don't need to add anything else. Really liked your resume, Nazir. Great, great work. Let's just quickly go back to the criteria. So clear structure, of course, yes. Relevance. Relevance is yeah. Maybe if you want to go for system, so these experiences do tell me. Maybe you can just replace these machine learning projects like credit card fraud detection is something that probably everybody does, and image classification as well, like very basic and very not at all into systems or anything like that. Maybe you can get rid of these and add some more things that are actually from machine learning, from systems engineering point of view. Key skills, yeah, does pretty much, yeah, covers it. Quantifiable achievements. Again, I see a lot of like quantifiable things mentioned here, 10x more performant, but maybe a little more. Like here, why was it being done? Maybe a little bit more can be added. Keywords good enough. Education awesome. Open source contribution like patents, publications given. Formatting is awesome. Contact information on point. Maybe just make it LinkedIn or GitHub or just keep it as it is. Your choice. Maybe that makes it look cleaner, but again, leave it up to you. Good work. This is good. Okay, let's move on to the next one. We have this from Devashree Pravakar. Okay, let's take a look. This you can mention in some other section like activities. Yeah, makes more sense there. And then we have projects which is financial fraud detection, smart entry in a multi-layer perceptron with synthetic financial data sets for fraud detection. ROC AUC of 95.5 and accuracy in a fraudulent transaction. Let's take a look at the project. Uh, 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 okay, add files by upload. So that tells me that you haven't used Git for this. Why is that? And this was a course project, right? Report Python node. Let's see the notebook. What was used? Okay, 1 lakh rows. Imports, matplotlib, scalon, pre-processing, cbon, metrics, skew, boxcox. Okay, so this is EDA. Okay, from sklearn import min-max scaler, train test split, confusion matrix, MLP classifier. Okay, okay, smart applied to it. Okay, okay, good. Okay, yeah, good. I mean, good enough. Yeah. Phishing URL detection. So again, XG boost. So XG boost is together, right? The real-time driver. Again, all the projects are machine learning. None of them tell me that. So I'm pretty sure you'd have done some project on web dev or app dev or something like that. Right? Please put that here as well. Tell me that you're not completely into machine learning. Although for an entry-level job, nobody really cares when they're taking your interview. All they care about is your uh, data structures and algorithm skills and your coursework skills like DBMS, networking, operating system knowledge, and so on. So, but yeah, but it would still be better to justify that you know these languages like Java, JavaScript through your projects. Open source department, member in MLE in Bangalore. And okay, break this down, add maybe one more line. And if the space is not there, then okay. Security, Coursera, machine learning. Okay, good enough, but I see that to me, it feels like it lacks a lot of real world experience because this was your course project. And okay, good, but maybe something that was not only machine learning, gave me an idea that you did more things. Again, good enough, but a little bit like, this is like not at all to be put here in experience section. So overall, good enough, but yeah, maybe could have been filled with more meaningful things than to just, add these things. So clear structure, of course, relevance, maybe not so much. Maybe need to work on the relevance. Key skills are there, but to justify them, the relevant things are not there. Again, achievements, yeah, these projects all are quantifiable. So good work on that. But but again, in your experience, I should also see some kind of quantifiable metrics. Keywords are there. Education is good. Open source and contributions, GitHub links are there. Formatting is very good. Contact information is present as well. So again, a little bit of work on relevance is required, but overall good. If you're not getting any interviews or not getting shortlisted, is it because of your online assessments or anything like that? Because I don't think that due to, and again, the market is bad right now. That's also there. And this resume is good enough to get you shortlisted because in college, They don't look at resumes directly, right? They look at your hacker rank test or your online test score, and then they in the interview round they take a look at your resume and then live deep. And there also it depends on your ability to solve the problem at hand. So uh, I don't think there's anything big wrong with the resume. However, what I have mentioned, maybe you can take care of that. So you mentioned, right, that you were not able to, yeah, I haven't gotten placed yet. So don't worry about it. Keep solving problems on Lead Code and Geek for Geeks. And for companies where you failed those interviews, make sure you resolve those problems and keep practicing. I know interviews are hard. I know me and my friends were also heartbroken when we were not placed, but sooner or later it will happen. Don't worry. You'll get what you deserve. Okay, moving on. Let's the fifth resume. So this is from Aryan Raj. Let's take a look at this. Okay. 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 So this one, the first resume, which I feel is not in, has been converted to PDF, but is not actually in like a predefined good format. Okay. So let's see. So we have uh, again these logos, these links, this color. No, please drop this. Make a good single page resume. See, there's a lot of empty spaces. Nah, overall format of the resume not good at all. Uh, doesn't give me a vibe of someone who knows what they're doing. Like everyone, good students that you see when they give their resume. That has a lot of different information and as a clear cut format, yeah, as you would have seen in previous resume. CGPA is good. Allows again. Why are these in colors? Gives me again link Yummy Joy Ventures internship, Sellingly Web. Again, quantifiable metrics. What did you work on? How much improvement did it do? And technology. What clearly and bullet points properly with headings. Angular framework and Firebase. What version of Angular? Firebase. What did you okay worked on Firebase, Firestore for hosting? Firestore is the database, right? So okay. And then project spelling mistake here, right? Yeah, or is this project? Again, I mean, if this is not meant to be project, then please correct this spell. Using quantum computing algorithms such as BQE and QAOA. So what was the result? Performance, percentage, ratio. Please quantify it. And what did you? Okay, so this was empty. So no specific expense tracker app. Let's see if this link works. The link doesn't work, Aryan. So maybe you need to work on that. Does this link work? Sellingly.app. Okay. Okay. Java, JavaScript, TypeScript, NumPy, Pandas. So where do I verify your NumPy Pandas experience? Okay, let's check your GitHub then. Dice game. Let's check this dice game. That tosses a pair of dice. Okay. What was the code? Okay. Ah. Okay, that is okay. So you just okay, got it. You already only have the image. SRC. Okay. Okay. So you have different images and you just okay. What about the expense tracker? How the code looks like? This is an Express application, I presume. Hello world. What was this? Define the first road. Okay. 7 commits. Update readme ready to reply. Again, commit messages. Okay, I mean nobody will look this deep. Public script.js. Transactions. How are you? Okay, local storage. So you're using local storage. create a pie chart and all. Okay, good enough. Again, the format, you need to work on the format, Aryan. This is not a clear structure. No, not at all. Please prefer a good structure with not so many empty spaces. Keep your resume in a single page. Relevance, I'm not sure what you are looking for exactly. Um, to me, this looks more like okay for a college fresher, good amount of experience. Just squash all this in a single page and make sure you work on these links again. Your Heroku links are not working. Quantifiable achievements, again, quantification is missing. So please add like metrics and so on to judge like what you were trying to do and how it went. Keywords, uh, keywords, they're present there. Fine. Education, good enough. Open source and links, GitHub links are missing. Please add that for your project. Make this as a hyperlink. Formatting, not good. Contact information is fine. But again, uh, see, why is this? I don't see your phone number here. So is this, maybe it was for this purpose, or maybe put this in a single line, make it look a little bit better. Again, you need to work on the formatting of your resume. Okay, moving on. We have Sid Roots. Is this Sidharth Bhatla, right? So I guess he sent me another resume that I should have looked on. Yeah, let me just check. I sent it here on Drive. So let's take a look. Okay, again, this is a lot like the format that I also use. So Sidharth Bhatla, BTech Computer Science, NIT Delhi. Portfolio, yeah, very good representation here. Portfolio, let's take a look at your portfolio. Netlify. Hi, I'm a programmer. The image took some time, right? It's fine. Okay. Hacker rank. Okay. Is this your hacker rank profile? Empty? Uh-oh. Not good. And yeah, you know your Twitter. GitHub. Let's see. Check out your GitHub quickly. NFT Minter, Portfolio, FIS, Wax CQ, Swift Farm Friend, Flipkart Grid, Forked projects. Okay, let's get back to the resume then. SD intern. And what was your role that you're interested in? Preparing for SD role at a product-based company. Okay. Okay, quickly let me take a look at your, where are your skills? Oh, don't have a skills. Oh yeah, here it is. Sorry, my bad. C, C++, Python, JavaScript, HTML plus CSS. Good. Libraries and frameworks, C++, STL. Why? I mean, C++ is the language, right? STL is part of it. Node.js, React.js, Next.js, Tailwind, CSS. Okay, JavaScript, abhi tak only. Mongo, Firebase, MySQL, Superbase. Okay. Tools, Git, GitHub, Bash scripting, Linux operating. Okay. Other relevant skills. Again, instead of saying relevant skills, put this as your coursework, right? Data structures, DBMS, networking, and so on. Let's get back to experience. Impact crafting. Yeah, maybe you can add a quantify this, right? That this new website was like 50% faster than the previous website and so on. Maybe you can add these kind of metrics to make it more quantifiable. And we have then seamlessly merge design and function amplifying engagement. Again, make it quantifiable. Don't put it in English. Make it like add percentages or ratios or numbers. Ideas to impact web dev and turn. Craft a responsive landing page for FIS. Synergistically in a team of two fellow developers. Good use of synonyms. Good use of good vocab. But again, no mention of skills here, right? What did you work on? What were the technologies? Applied React Redux and Fire. Again, what were you doing? What was the project? And then have a section for technical skills, whatever this project used or whatever this work used. YT Hero AI generated titles. Given YouTube video using OpenAI's GPT-3 language learning model API. Okay. So yeah, here you have mentioned like, Stripe JS. Credits manager. Okay, got it. NFT warranty redemption. This is a web app for redeeming warranties securely with the help of NFTs. Using this app, one can mint warranty. Again, I'm no expert in Web3. I have no idea about Web3. So, on a local hard hat blockchain network. Okay. Okay. So my overall thoughts: very clean, very crisp resume. Quantifiable metrics are missing. Experiences are good enough. What about the position of responsibility? GDSC lead. Okay. Third place in Android hackathon. Flipkart did same. ठीक है. Positions of this is good. Quantifiable metrics are missing. What you did exactly, how it impacted, a little bit more thorough is missing. But overall, good resume. But your from your portfolio, hacker rank was totally blank. Maybe you need to change it to some other website where you do some problem solving. Add that. Maybe you say that you use data structure algorithms. Maybe showcase it somewhere that you got this good rank in a in a contest or somewhere where that can also be shown to the person who reviews your resume, right? So again, judging on this clear structure, yes. Relevance, yes. A little bit, maybe you can work on adding the details that I mentioned earlier. Key skills are fine. Quantifiable achievements you need to work on. Keywords, fine. Education, yeah. Education again, maybe you can put it on top before your experience and so on. 2020 or 24. Yeah, instead of 24, maybe you can write present or 24. Formatting is decent, good enough. Yeah, very good. Formatting is good. Contact information is mentioned here. What about your phone number is not mentioned, right? Maybe you can add that as well. Okay, moving on. We have Kanishk Sankpal again. So one second. Kanishk mentioned targeting for backend dev L3 in product companies, majorly MNCs. Okay, so let's go here. Okay, so another very clean resume. Kanishk phone number, location, email, LinkedIn profile, good. 4 plus industry experience developing robust and cross-functional. I like to be in a challenging position because adversity that taught me the most. Good. BTech CS VIT Chen 8.24. Java MySQL ActiveMQ Screen Hibernate JUnit JavaScript no comma missing. React ES6 Git WebSockets REST API. PR reviewer. PR reviewer as a technical skill. Ganesh. Just to, I mean, feels to me that just to fill something, I mean, we should not add this. PR reviewer is something that you do as part of your job, right? So, problem solving, quick debugger, build optimization. Maybe instead of doing this, you should actually mention it somewhere in your experience so that these things are highlighted. Like, worked on a customer escalation and debugged it in so and so time, so that, and that fix was delivered in so and so time, so that the impact on the customers was very less and got an award for that or something like that. Maybe you can put that. Major mentor new hires guide team. Okay. Deutsche Bank, DWS Group, see, handling multiple projects with them. Again, overall code quality. Any metric, quantify it. Was it the code coverage? Was it the performance and so on? Please mention, quantify it. Project delivery, ownership of transaction reporting, regulatory project which helped mitigate millions of operational cost and regulatory fines. Again, maybe if you can put this in terms of percentage, reduce the cost by 10%, 20%, 30%. That will be very good. UI team lead during the critical, involved in core services, platform libraries. Again, so what was the technology used? What was the languages you were working on? UI may, what was you working on? What were you working on? Mention that, that will be better. Put as a tech skills used, technical skills and so on. Maybe add a section for that separately. Projects. Okay. Nava worked as full stack engineer, built a tool for reducing trade outliers, API for better collaboration between again, what language did you develop this API in? And please mention that, will be good. UI engineer. So again, I see a mix of UI and full stack. So mention what are technologies that you use in each of your projects. That helps me to ask you that relevant questions. Migrated project from JS to TypeScript. Huge effort. But I hope it was not by doing any or never, right? So again, maybe mention technologies and why was it done? Did it out of how much it improved, quantified. That'll be better. Resume their work life or to take a break. Very good. And leaders over 9 across and 2 time zones. Technology disc for the team's collective growth, regular one on making sure there's a contentment within the name. This is good. Overall tells me that you're looking for a mid-senior level role. You already know how to mentor people and so on. Maybe you can this experience is a little bit shallow. Maybe you can add more tech details, more in depth. What did you do? What were the challenges and these things, right? As I mentioned, PR review or problem solving, quick debug. Maybe you can highlight them through the work that you have done. That will be, that adds more value. As a directly, just by directly writing like this, I don't get the direct idea, right? Where were these skills shining? So again, just critiquing you, take this feedback constructively. I'm no expert, but this is my thought process. So yeah, clear structure, of course, relevance, yeah, key skills, yes, quantifiable achievements, need to work on that. Keywords, yeah, education is fine. Open source and contributions, yeah, projects are there, so it's fine. Formatting, very good. Contact information, very good. Moving on, we have Muhesh. Okay, let's see. The DD resume. I was wondering why has nobody used DD resume so far. Okay, right on. I see code. Okay, code chef 5-star lead code guardian, but code force is 1594 max rating. Okay, it's okay. BTech with specialization. See the way, very good. Nicely written. Contact is here. Email is a link. LinkedIn is a link. GitHub is a link. Website. Let's take a look at your website quickly. Awesome. Okay. Awesome. 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 Skills. Front end, back end tools. DSA. Google software intern. Nice. As part of Changeling team in workspace, successfully contributed to a project. Content from and generating indexable document. Okay. What was the tech stack here? C++ bash protocol buffers. Okay. Plus SHA. Build game version Dex lang. Okay. Smart parking system. Scheduler achievements. I mean, yeah, Mohish, this is awesome. I don't think I have anything to critique in your resume. I mean, you have clearly mentioned your everything like CGPA, education, clear structure is there. DD resume, everybody who has a lot of stuff to mention in your. Again, to all those who are watching still, if you have a lot of things in your resume, you can use this template, DD res. This is called the DD resume, named after the person DD or Debargya Das who created this resume. Everything is really good. I don't have anything to critique. Really, really good. Kudos. Everything is good. Really good. Good website as well. So let's continue. Gourab G, backend engineer. What was Muhesh's product-based companies? This resume is good enough, Muhesh. I guess all you need to do is just practice problem solving and make sure you crack those online assessments. Apart from that, your resume is very good. Very good. It's filled with the right things in the right amount. Really good. Let's take a look. What was this? Backend engineer. Okay. Let's take a look at this. Okay. So another colorful resume, but yeah, the overall structure is good. Experienced software engineer with a demonstrated history of working in the information services industry, skilled in full stack development, databases, and problem solving. Quick learner, enthusiastic, and hardworking. Okay. Let's see if I can actually see these things in the experience section. Email is there. This again, Gaurav, please use the feature in LinkedIn that allows you to get your own usernames. That's much better compared to this. Add a country code here as well. Just a small thing. Skills: Java, Spring Boot, JavaScript, SQL, Hibernate, Angular, Kafka, Redis, REST API, Android, Kubernetes, microservices, Postgres. Okay. What was the tech used here? Missing. What was the quantifiable achievements? Missing 1A. Again, please add tech here. What was the language used? What are the technologies used? Maintenance of code base. What did you achieve by doing that? Add that. That definitely adds value. I mean, I've been saying this in so many resumes, but that definitely adds value to read. When you're just glancing through the resume, and you'd heard this line. On an average, a recruiter only looks at your resume for 6 seconds or something like that. So you want these things to stand out. Coal India, responsible for the backend using PHP and database using SQL. Which database was it? MySQL, Postgres, Oracle? What was it? What was it? Again, I mean, tech-wise, I'm not able to get like where did you use what tech? And in your projects, again in projects, I see that okay, microservices. So I assume Kubernetes, cash flow. Again, so you have described what the project was, but you haven't mentioned like what was the tech stack in your project, Gaurav. Make sure you add that. That clearly defines, okay, this was used, this was. So I can ask you like, okay, in Java, what framework did you use? Or yeah, so I get an idea like what all things you have used and how often do you use those things, right? So that will give me good knowledge. But overall, good resume. So just quickly, clear structure, yes. Relevance, yes. Key skills, yes. Maybe just put them at the right places, what tech you used, so that it tells me how much experience you have with that particular tech and what to what extent have you used it. Keywords, yes. Achievements, uh, quantifiable achievements. Again, quantification is missing. So as I told you, right, work on adding quantifiable metrics. Keywords, these are the keywords here. Maybe you can, once you add it to your like experiences and so on, that'll add more keywords. Formatting is good. Contact information is also fine. Work on this LinkedIn link. That's all. Okay. And then we have Aneesh Aprajit. No company in particular, but looking for data science or ML engineer roles. Thanks. Thank you, Anish. Okay. Uh, okay. Let's see. BTech with CSC in AI/ML, in AI and robotics. Okay. Let's take a look at the Kaggle profile quickly. Okay. Let's take a look at the competitions tab. Okay. Good. So degree BTech CSC. Good format here. Good. Good GPA. Here is this is fine. Technical skills again. Optuna for hyperparameter tuning, ML flow, weights and biases. Weights and biases. Is this the websites weights and biases, or is this the yeah? I guess this is developer tools, right? Pinecone, Qdrant, QDrant, Qdrant. Okay. So you are looking for a data science or ML role, right? So resume is really tailored towards that. Good job there. Custom version of LoRa, low rank adaptation, clip. Okay, built a unified office actions, TTAB complaints, MLM mask language model. Built microservices for the variable scrapers. Okay, good job. Good. Again, maybe a little bit of quantification, what maybe your metrics, your accuracy, or whatever defines your metric, right? Whatever is your evaluation metric, maybe you can add that. AI developer intern. LLMs and serving them through APIs to various clients. Also wrote tutorials to work with LLMs and frameworks like Llama Index and LangChain. Also, okay, good, very good. Then you have SRI Bangalore. A lot of people have worked on SRI. Okay. And today is what Gradio. Okay, for building UI. Uh, uh, Segmentation of images and reduce keystrokes. Again, maybe add a quantifying metric here, right? And center CA, VID Chennai, Federated Learning, PyTorch, Niba Bell, Neil. Okay, I don't even know what these are, but Implemented a contrastive learning to classify Alzheimer's. Okay. And then we have projects. So heat wave predictor, clearly mentioned, won the first picture book. Okay. Region GAN, inverse search. Uh, Text. Okay. Finalist Bajaj. Okay. Last updated date as well. Very good. Really good resume. I don't have a lot to critique here. Let's take a look at your GitHub once. Nice. Good. Okay. Okay. Yeah. Nice. Is this regularization, if I'm not wrong? Gradient minus. Okay. Uh, -1. Okay. I'm not familiar exactly, but yeah. Okay. Good overall LinkedIn profile as well. Really good, Anish. I don't have a lot of things to critique. Maybe you can just add more evaluation metrics here. But overall, kudos. Good resume. Very good. And the resume is also very focused on the data science role. So really good. Nothing much to critique. Really good. And we come to now Rohan Bhowmick, senior front end engineer. Let's see. Okay. So again, Rohan, this page is blank. Not, no. And then this line as well, right? I would say maybe you can just change this resume and pick one of the latex ones that we have seen earlier throughout the video, right? And you can go to this website overleaf.com and your link this as well, right? LinkedIn user custom URL. LinkedIn allows you that. And yeah, this is not a link. Maybe make this as hyperlink. The spacing here is messed up. Spacing here is messed up. Profile summary, area of experience, not tech skills also. Rohan, not to critique you in a bad way, but I guess just take a look at the resumes of some of the people that I reviewed previously, even the previous resume. Use a format like that makes it very easy to read things, and these lines here, these sentences here, and you're looking for a senior front end engineer. Maybe make your resume focused more towards tech side, right? Tech heavy instead, like adept at partnering, lead technical designs. Maybe make me read about these things through your experiences rather than adding more and more lines. Okay, this is good for maybe being picked up as keywords, but let's say if I want to pick up keywords as well, right? uh, the tech keywords, I see these: JavaScript, React, Node, Next. What else? If I just quickly glance through your resume as a hiring manager, let's say as your interviewer. Okay, communicate effectively. Okay, blah blah blah. I don't care. I really want to see what all tech you have worked on. Successfully, a number of users click by. So this is good. Like uh, in beverages, there's a lot of uh, spacing mess up, Rohan. I guess you need to work on that in your resume. And maybe move this education on top. This is very cluttered. Mention your GPA if you want to. If you don't want to, it's okay. But be see bachelor's in computer science. This is all like written as a one single sentence, or was a one single word. Uh, Definitely not so clear. But let's just quickly try and read through it. Accomplishment, job profile. Maybe write your company name here and then June 22 to present here this side. It's like we just Abu Dhabi executive. I work as again, make these as bullet points. Start each of these with a small header that quickly at a glance tells me what you worked on. And then we have has been by Deloitte. Studying information needs, projects. Again, here no quantification in this, and there's a lot of just black text to read. Make it headers and make it in points so that I don't have to go through all this. I don't have to read. Maybe I can just read the header and understand what is it trying to say. Front end development. Again, tech spacing issue. Application. Okay. Again, this page should not be there, like the blank page like this. uh Registration. Okay. Clear structure, no. Relevance, not much. You want to go for lead front end engineer resume or roles. This doesn't like tell me that you know what I want to see is you have led teams, you have led a product, you have implemented JavaScript, like you've used a lot of JavaScript, you have a lot of TypeScript, React, you have you have that mentioned in your projects everywhere, or you're in your work experience. You mentioned that you have worked on performance improvements in your application, and you created components, created a lot of things are there too. This immediately does not strike to me as a strong front-end engineer's resume. Also, this is majorly from the fact that the resume is not so easily readable. Rohan, I'm not trying to put this in a bad way. Please take this feedback in a constructive way, and make sure you work on your resume to make it a lot more legible than this using LaTeX or something. So I'll not go again. Contact information is mentioned, but as I said, right, you can use LinkedIn's custom username functionality and use that. Formatting, formatting is not good. Contribution and all is mentioned. Education is mentioned very down below in not a good way. Overall, things are there. Add more quantification, but first of all, more than anything, you need to work on the format of your resume. I would say, please correct the format of your resume, make it much more readable. This really doesn't look that good to me. Sorry. And then we have from Viraj, last resume of the day, which is from Viraj software. So what was the role that Viraj was looking for? Software engineer. Okay, Viraj, keep your resume as a PDF. That's better. Major releases in commercials as. What was your tech that you're using here? Again, don't mention it as a paragraph. Mention it as bullet points. You can take a look at the resumes of Muhesh or Aneesh that I've mentioned earlier. They're really very good. Project Intern Center for Space Science and worked as a part of the ground control software team on RSAT, telecommand and telemetry. What was the technology used? Mention that. Education, specialization in this, technical skills. Again, I want to see these technical skills being actually used in those projects or in your work experience. This is a feature added to controller, cloud native Spring Bookshop application building, NIDs ML model against adversarial model inputs. Cisco with RSU grant in April. Okay. Co-authored two technical papers in Milan and Chennai. Okay, good. Secured third place in Capture the Flag event. Okay. Okay. So overall, first of all, send it as PDF. Let me take a look at your GitHub. Very empty. LinkedIn. Let's see. I mean, of course, Viraj works with me, so he works in the same company, so I've of course met him in person. But Viraj, put this in a bulleted form. Have headers on what you worked on, what was the tech stack, quantify it like how it helped. Here as well, right? Her revoke licensed agent from App Dynamics controller. I know what you mean by this, but an outsider won't. So put this in bullet points, have headers, and have quantifiable metrics as to what this helped in, how much percentage. Like here, that for example, you say achieve 95% accuracy. Same kind of quantifiable metrics should be there everywhere. And maybe you can break this in bullet points. But overall, the format and everything is good enough. This is one of the default templates of Google Docs, right? So good. So judging by that, structure is clear, relevance is decent, key skills, what skills, they're fine, but again, not from a software engineer point of view, mostly from a software engineer in test point of view right now. So you might need to add more projects, or you might need to rephrase this in such a way that you're not actually testing them, but you want to like you or while testing you created some frameworks or something that improve the test productivity and anything like that. You might need to rephrase that for a general software engineer role. Keywords decent, education of awesome, open source and contributions are there, your recent papers, formatting is decent, contact information also mentioned on top, which is fine. Just work a little bit on quantifiable metrics and putting things clearly in headers and bullet points. That'll help. And that was the last resume, right? All right. Okay. So coming back. Okay. So I hope you guys enjoyed. This was a long video, probably 1 hour 8 minutes that I'm already recording it. I hope you guys enjoyed the feedback on your resumes. Please take this feedback constructively. If you have anything to say, mention it down in the comments. I'll be happy to help you out there. If you update your resume, you can email it to me or you can send it to me on LinkedIn. If you're not already connected, make sure you send me connection request on LinkedIn. I'm also on Twitter as well, KR1708. And that's it. It was nice seeing these 12 resumes. If you have, I'll probably do this more often, maybe once a month or something like that. And hopefully we'll have some new resumes in the next resume review. Till then, take care, you guys. Work out the points that I mentioned and enjoy. Keep it real, keep it chill, keep it calm.